Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of dorks in love that love reacting to some Destiny.
Yes, we do.
So this is Destiny 2 Season of Defiance. All cutscenes that we're checking out today. And you can get all of our reactions for Destiny in a playlist in the description on this video. Also find a link to Patreon there. You can get early ad-free access. Or if you want early access right here on YouTube, hit the little join button down below.
Yeah.
On Patreon, you can get early access for both of our channels. But if you just care about this channel, then, join right here.
Make it easy.
And because it's Destiny.
We have a drink. So this is the Awoken Amethyst.
Cheers.
Bucky's excited about it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Something bitten in the butt. So it's getting cold here again. And we have to put Bucky in a sweater. This is his first day in a sweater.
Yeah.
And
he had another sweater, but he flat out rejected that one.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little bit bigger, so with reason. But this one actually fits. And so we're trying to reacquaint him with sweaters. He loved them last winter.
Yeah.
But then summer came and he didn't have to wear clothes for a while, so.
He wants to be naked and free.
He does.
May this transmission reach you, wherever you find yourself. The scepter will rest true in the hands of its wielder, but a message comes with no such guarantee. In the aftermath of the Witness's attack, the Vanguard called for aid. On behalf of the Awoken people, I answered. We now face a war on two fronts. One on the far reaches of the system, and the other at your home, Earth. Continue your fight against the voice in the darkness. I will assist as best I can in your absence. But even my powers have their limits.
I don't believe that.
Return when you are able. Your people need their heroes.
What's going on here?
Hello, Guardian. Good to see you again. Wish it were under better circumstances. I don't believe we've met. Devrim K. Velasque.
Devrim, I don't remember you.
Velasque, I am Mithrax, Kel of the House of Light.
I'd heard the Vanguard had Elixni allies in the city. Good to have you here.
Yes, many have come to the Vanguard's aid. Mara Kel is using her light to protect us.
Kel, there is no need for honorifics. And my power is not of the light.
Afraid we must cut the pleasantries short. In the aftermath of the attack on the Traveler, the Shadow Legion has begun taking captives to the pyramids.
Amanda Holiday is... We cannot reach her on any frequency.
Oh no.
Holiday is out there. Of that I'm certain.
Rescue mission.
I'll continue scanning the comms. Knowing her, she's up to something. The only question is what precisely. Give me a moment to prepare the LC,
dangerous.
and I'll brief you. Until then.
Together, we will save the captives and Amanda. The light provides.
You will need more than the light to stand against the Witness.
How long do you have to hold that
I
thing
can
for?
provide. Now go, and I will focus on the battles to come.
All right, Guardian. I'll keep it brief. The Witness took a swing at the Traveler, and when we tried to intervene, our pilots went down. Amanda Holiday among them. The survivors, what there were of them, went to ground near Trustland and Old Russia. Now the damned Shadow Legion is picking through the wreckage and capturing prisoners. We're running rescue ops in the EDZ now. Crow has gone ahead to scout the defenses. He's reporting the Pyramid outpost is utterly impenetrable. Fortunately, the Queen is on our side. Mara is imbuing you with otherworldly power. Awoken magics and all that. I'm not sure how it works myself, but
Who cares?
if she
Must
believes
make us
you can
powerful.
make it through, I'm not about to disagree. I'm glad you're here, Guardian. I'll see you in the field.
Prisoners. I'll bring my comms along as a beacon. Whoever hears this, tell the Guardian to gear up and follow my signal. I'll be waiting. Repeat emergency transmission. This is Amanda Holiday. Does anyone read me?
There she is. I'm so glad to
Okay.
hear your voice.
I'm glad we get to see what's happening to Holiday. Cause
Good to hear you.
remember she got
too.
shot down. We're like, did she
I'm starting
die?
to worry
Oh,
I
yeah,
snuck
yeah.
in here for nothing.
Quite clever of you. A bit
Ooh.
risky, though. Can't say I
We
condone
just
it.
killed our
Risky.
sparrow.
Ain't you the fella who once ran a cabal blockade just for fresh eggs?
Guilty as charged. Just hold tight, my dear. Reinforcements are on their way.
Where in the facility are you, Amanda?
I'm in the cell block with the prisoners. The Guardian can follow my comm signal right to us.
They've hit a bit of a roadblock at the moment, but fear not, they're en route.
We will breach the pyramid not through its walls, but through the very fabric of reality. Harness my powers
Sounds easy.
and enter the Ascendant Plane.
I must admit, I
Cool.
had several good ideas for this jailbreak, but traversing an alternate reality was not among them.
Guardian's doing what now? I swear, the longer I know y'all, the stranger things get.
Stranger still.
But are
now that
comms
the
still working
witness
this
has
ascended
arrived.
plane? Different reality? Different dimension?
Eliminate the taken light and summon a balefire in its place. It will consecrate this place and drive the darkness out of the forest.
Whatever you did out there must have worked, Guardian. You got base security chasing their tails. Looks like they're deploying some heavy firepower to stop you, though.
There's something up ahead. It's bringing back a memory, or Aldrin's memory, I guess. A familiar voice. Be careful, Guardian.
Banish these taken defilers. They are but empty shells filled with the desires of a greater will. Trust in your light, and they cannot stop you.
I tested the perimeter of that pyramid for hours, but couldn't find
Space
any
Panda?
points. And now the Guardian
Yes.
just walks in?
It depends on one's point of
I
view.
live for these names.
The walls of the prison may be impenetrable, but the walls between worlds are not.
You never did have much respect for boundaries, did you?
I see you on my radar, Guardian. The prison cells should be just ahead. The head guard's a real piece of work, though, so watch yourself.
Target powerful taken. Seize their essences and consecrate them in your balefires. Once sanctified, the essences will become weapons to lower your enemy's defenses.
Extraction confirmed. The hostages are on their way back to the farm. Good work, everyone.
Guardian, my ship's nearby, but she took a beating. I could use your help getting her out of here. Hey, Guardian. Thanks for your help back there. Just need to clear
Oh, look.
out this...
Sorry about that.
Ow. Nice shot. Right through the heart.
Thanks.
Sorry,
You'd love a bad name.
we thought you were Shadow Legion.
What a look.
Easy mistake. I'm just so beefy. You're leaving again? Don't you ever slow down?
Oh, I think he's love struck.
Nope, not when there's work to be done.
Amanda. When your ship...
Thought I lost you.
I thought I might never see you again.
No time for that kind of talk. I'm here now. Let's get moving.
Tell her you love her. Tell her all the things you wanted to say. You wish you had said when you thought you lost her.
I sensed your triumph through the choke of the pyramid's suppression. With the scepter in hand, you were able to move through the depths of the Ascendant Plane. It is as I hoped. Your light sings with the incantations I send forth, strengthening you in ways not seen since the Seven Paladins.
Okay.
Since the Queen's Guard. Powerful as I am, I cannot be everywhere at once. But the Guardians can. So, I entrust you with my favor. Take it. Breach the Ascendant Plane, walk the ley lines within, and banish those who would oppose you. I do not ask for fealty in return. I would not kneel in your place, as favor with condition remains a shackle.
Well said.
No. Claim this power freely, as your strength serves my kingdom and your own. Let it flow through you, Queen's Guard, and I shall knight you myself. When the last city called for aid,
She's gotten a lot more
pledged
impressed
the
with us.
Awoken to the cause without hesitation. The Vanguard has helped my people many times in the past. But what you face now is no simple, endless curse or vengeful god king. We Awoken were first struck when we came between the Traveler and its hunter, and I chose my people above either one. The choice has come again, and my answer is no different.
I also like how
I do not
she's positioned as
blindly
if she's on the red
defend
carpet.
light, and I do not listen to the voice in the darkness. Instead, I choose that which holds light and dark together in hands and heart. I choose you. Now, humans, exos, cousins all, detach. Fall forward. Number among the first. Awaken. As Queen's Guard.
Amanda, I need to talk to you.
What? Before it's too late?
Yes.
Crow, don't.
I thought I'd lost you.
Don't talk to me like that. Look, I know you're sorry. I know it wasn't really you. I want to forgive you. I really do. I tried to pull Crow and Aldrin Saab apart.
I tried too, but it wasn't right.
I wish I could see you another way, but
Damn.
I don't. I can't. Not yet.
Tough to blame
Tell
her.
me what to do, and I'll do it.
It's not like that.
She just
I
needs
know
time.
it ain't fair to you. And maybe I'll feel different someday. But not now.
I understand.
There's tough times ahead of us. We gotta work together. It's like y'all's ghosts always say. Eyes up, Guardian.
Hey, Guardian. Been meaning to thank you for busting us all out of prison earlier. I heard you came back from Neptune just to help us out. It's near enough to make a girl tear up. You want to know what really got to me? At the farm, I heard some of the folks I was locked up with asking when they could get back out and look for more survivors. I mean, I expected from Guardians and the other pilots, but these were civvies, just folks who got caught up in the Shadow Legion sweep. I still wanted to help. I asked Mithrax to talk some sense into him, but he shrugged like 3 of his arms and said, "The witness created heroes instead of victims." I couldn't have said it better myself. Anyway, Shadow Legion's been sighted in the Cosmodrome, probably trying to pick up new prisoners. Come on, let's go be heroes.
This is the first time the Cabal have deployed in the Cosmodrome since Keitel went after the Hive. I wonder what changed.
The Shadow Legion are not the Cabal we are used to. We must not assume their strategies or tactics. They do not fight for honor or glory. They fight only for the witness.
Oh,
I thought the
Yeah.
Cosmodrome was dreary enough. But compared to this, it looks positively cheerful.
That's saying a lot for someone who hangs out at the EDZ.
Oh, I don't know. Trostland has a certain old-world charm to it.
We need to get you out more, Devram. After all this is over, how about I take you for a joyride? We'll see the sights.
Good idea. I'll bring Mark. We'll make a double date.
The Taken are attracted to your incursions like antibodies to a bacterium.
Or security protocols to a network virus. Eliminate the blights to weaken the response.
Never thought I'd see the inside of a pyramid, much less as a prisoner. But when I was inside, I felt calm. Maybe I've been flying around with my hair on fire for too long.
The path to discovery is filled with peril. This is a sign of bravery.
Oh, I don't know about that. I still get plenty scared. Just not by danger.
Watch yourself,
getting
Guardian.
wrecked.
You walked into a kill box.
The very environment has been engineered to eliminate you. Steal your resolve and push forward.
a lot of enemies.
Shadow Legion have expelled you from the pyramid. They fear your power.
There's gotta be another way in. Right, Queen Mara?
The Ascendant Plane envelops the material world like a mist. It leaves nothing untouched.
So I'll take that as a yes, I hope.
The captives are nearby. We're ready to transmat them out once the Shadow Legion are dealt with.
Use the balefires to spread your light and to consecrate the essences of defeated Taken.
Never seen anything like the Witness before. Wonder if that's a bad sign.
Stranger things are yet to come as it musters its forces. This is a confrontation untold eons in the making.
Couldn't wait another couple billion years?
Hello, Guardian. Though I suppose I should hail you as a fellow Queensguard now. When Mara performed her ritual, she knighted all of us, with and without the light. You light-bearers are the only ones who can draw on her power, of course. But for the rest of us, like Ms. Holliday and Mr. Mithrax, it's nice to be included. Sir Devram Kay, Queensguard. Quite like the sound of that. I think when the Witness did whatever it did to the Traveler, it sought to destroy our hope at the source. That didn't happen. Humans and Elixni, officers and civilians, we banded together, stronger than before. That's what our enemies don't understand. When things are at their worst, that's when we are at our best. I'm looking forward to the battles ahead.
Devram,
Good speech.
I've heard of you before our first meeting.
Oh? Good things, I hope.
There is much good, but you were feared as well.
If my reputation is for keeping the people of the EDZ safe, then I don't regret it. But I hope we can work alongside one another now.
We have one life, and our lives are not for us alone. Mine is for my daughter, and my house. Yours is for your partner and your people. We share much.
Outside the city, we can't always depend on the Guardians. And the Traveler has been somewhat inscrutable.
I once believed that the Great Machine had brought the light to Reese and to the Guardians because they were worthy of it. Then I questioned this understanding. My belief became hollow. I felt a great loss. But I have found new purpose. There is worth in our actions and in our spirit. It is in how we use our one life. We must let that be our light.
Our people protect one another and do what they must to ensure their safety. Now we can do so for each other, human and Elixni.
Yes. I do not know the Great Machine's will, but the light provides.
It does.
Hail, Queensguard. I felt you reaching out. You shine as a beacon of ascendant power. Maintaining my connection is demanding.
Stroking our ego.
But by observing your astral wake, I am discovering ways through the ley lines that have never been charted before. As you move through the Ascendant Plane, you consecrate it on a paracausal level. Its borders fray and yield to your touch. The corruption within withers as you approach. For someone of your ability, one step through that darkness can equal 1,000 on this plane, 10,000, 10 million. A Shadow Legion prison ship drifts above us amidst the stars, far beyond our range. Or so they believe. Come to me and I shall open a path. Show them. Nothing is outside your reach.
The Witness transferred a bunch of captives to a prison ship in near orbit.
It believes they are unreachable to us.
Maybe it ain't so smart after all.
The wonders of the Ascendant Plane never cease to amaze. I hadn't considered it a form of space travel.
The longer I've known the Guardians, fewer rules hold up. Gravity, time, even death get all jumbled.
And yet, the basic rules of right and wrong never seem to waver, do they?
Not for us. It's what gives me hope in all this craziness.
Lighting your balefire will attract the most powerful Taken in the area. Eliminate them, and then focus your attention on their defenses.
I've never seen anyone get that high up without a ship before.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Guardian doesn't get vertigo.
The thought of jumping those chasms puts me right off. My belfry is plenty high enough, thank you.
Didn't you used to be a paratrooper, Devram?
I was, and I'm not keen to repeat the experience.
The path forward is barred not by magic, but by technology.
The Guardian's ghost has within him the power of a splicer. He will hack the barrier in time.
Scouts report increased activity in the hangar. Perhaps they're trying to evacuate the captives?
More likely they're falling back to an area with air support. That's what I would do.
You pilots are all the same. Air support is your answer to everything.
Damn right. Otherwise we wouldn't have any infantry left to buy us drinks.
Sanctify this foul place with the magic of the Awoken. Use consecrated essences from the Taken to weaken their commander. This weakness. I recall so many whirlwind tales of devastation, of ruin. The darkness closes on us.
I would have thought your time among the Awoken taught you better. You have allies in the dark, Cal of Light. Do not fear.
Hey, Guardian. We were just grabbing a little downtime. Gotta celebrate your successes, you know?
Amanda told me we must not forget to kick it back.
Kick it back.
Oh, we have accomplished much and saved many lives.
Spin a bottle of
That's
wine.
right. There's no I in team, but there is an A and an M. Please don't tell folks I said that. But yeah, we're a team. Any door I can't hack open, you splice through. We are in this together.
It is a privilege to join you. You and the Vanguard welcomed us as honored guests in your city.
Guests? The city is your home. When I first showed up at the gates, I felt
Holiday.
like I belonged. And that's how it should be for everyone.
I had thought you were born there.
No, I got there later. Same as you.
Amanda, you know our story, but I would very much like to hear yours.
Agreed. Yay.
I grew up on the road. Long as I could remember, my family had been walking toward the last city. My mama told me we'd be safe there. She said that was all that mattered. But at the time, all that mattered to me were the jump ships in the sky above. I thought they were the greatest thing I'd ever seen. My folks tried their best, but the road's a dangerous place. When the House of Winter attacked, my mama fought them off best she could. Even killed a captain before they shot her. Pneumonia got my daddy not long after. I'd heard tales of people resurrected, chosen for immortality, but not them. They were just gone. When I finally reached the last city, I knew my mama was right. I'd be safe there. I was finally home. I learned to fly as soon as I could reach the stick. I never had powers like the Guardians or a ghost to resurrect me. But in the cockpit, I'm every inch as tough. Now, every time I fly, I remember where I came from and who I'm fighting for. And that's all that matters.
Okay. glad we finally got some backstory to her. 'Cause she's like always kind of been there in the background, but we didn't really know that much about her.
Yep. I like her
Thank
backstory.
you,
Yeah.
Amanda, for your story and your spirit.
Yeah,
Kicking
well,
back.
we've come a long way, huh?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, you can get there with Crow eventually.
Reminds me of your dark age. Many of our houses placed bounties on your heads. Mercenaries bought ether with the armor they took from captured light bearers.
I know. Spider had quite the collection. When I asked him about it, he told me it was antique.
A clever way to say it belonged to Tanix before it belonged to him.
Hell of a time on that Shadow Legion ship, wasn't it? Of course, I joined for other reasons too. You heard the story. I needed a home, a family, someplace to belong, just like Mithrax. He's amazing to work with. He's always so gentle around the tower. I forget he's an Elixni war captain. But man, I learned quick when we started tackling those prison transports. And once, he got jumped by 2 legionaries, and when I turned to help, he just shouted, "You need not waste your shells!" Man, he's a tough old bastard, and I absolutely love it. Bringing the fight to them for a change, that's the kind of thing I joined the Vanguard for. He's the best patrol partner I've had in years. But I gotta keep our comms closed. Last week, Devram heard me call him Crawdaddy. Nearly laughed himself unconscious.
Crawdaddy.
Mithrax, Cal.
Aramis, I have nothing to say to you. I spared your life and you used it to return to your hate and violence.
I will not thank you for your mercy or ask for your forgiveness. But I am not your enemy.
You spoke this way before. I believed your lies then. I will not do so now.
I saved your daughter's life. I know she
True.
is the future of the Elixni. But the machine spawn will never allow us that future. Again and again they cut us down. When we seek to unify our houses, when we seek power for ourselves, they will never see you as their equal.
And you believe that
Not
we
true.
are equals. You bow to the weakness and a god of the hive.
We are the leaders of our people, and we must find power where we can. You did the same when you chose to live amongst those who have slaughtered us for centuries.
I have ended that violence.
It has not ended. You just live behind our enemy's walls. Your house relies on hope as much as mine does. I want us to be free, to be gentle and care for each other. I want us to be weavers and dancers again. That is why you did not kill me, because you want this as well. But until we control our own future, the Elixni will never be these things again.
Rally up, Guardian. I won't say we got the Shadow Legion on the ropes just yet, but we're making progress. I meant to ask, how you handling all this Queen's Guard stuff? Only thing that's changed for me is that Crow bowed and asked if he should call me Lady Amanda of Holiday. I told him to call me whatever he wants. I'm just glad he's finally recognizing my natural authority. Anyway, I like how things have been shaking out lately. Tearing through magic planes to bust into a Shadow Legion ship uninvited. That's the kind of entrance Cade would have liked. Enough talk. Let's get back out there.
Guardian, I'm glad I caught you. Mithrax and Amanda are out on patrol and called for a touch of backup. Seems they picked up another distress signal, and the outpost is absolutely crawling with Shadow Legion. I was surprised they called it in. Makes me think the odds are worse than they're letting on. Usually those two can take care of themselves. I'm sending you their signal now. Head over and back them up, won't you?
Our scanners picked up a distress signal coming from a prison facility in the EDZ. We reckon it's a new bunch of captives. Mithrax and I are fixing to break them out.
I can splice the base security, but we will need a route for escape.
That's where you come in, Guardian.
Clear all opposition, that we may lead the prisoners to safety. And do not engage your Sparrow. The signal will alert our enemies.
No,
Everyone
Sparrow.
solid?
No.
Then let's go get our people back.
Guardian, kick down their front door while we slip in the back. We'll meet you inside.
Mithrax, I mustn't speak with haste. Turn back
Meet me
now.
inside.
This is
Meet
not
me
a fight
inside.
you can win.
You cannot share fear with us, Aramis, for the light provides.
Leave these
Loves that line.
captives and live to see your great machine again. Pursue this quest, and you will die.
Mithrax?
The ship stealer is allied with the voice in the darkness, but she does not speak lies. Perhaps there is something here we do not yet see.
There's always something. I'm not leaving our people behind, no matter what.
And I am with you.
I think I found us an LZ, Guardian. We're going in through the roof.
This was not the plan, Amanda Holiday. Are you certain the ship will fit?
Only one way to find out.
Spider hated when I did things like this. Now, I see why.
And we're in. Next round's on you, Mithrax.
Amanda and I will now locate the security terminal.
Deal with those armored units, and we'll meet you on the other side. I see you, Guardian. I'm in the surveillance room above.
I am splicing the security network now. I will soon locate the captives.
Hot damn, Guardian. You got a big dog incoming. Hold them off while Mithrax works. Ooh, boy. Taking energy readings or spiking. Looks like you ain't done yet.
This is a tactic of desperation. You near victory, Guardian.
Woo! Glad we called you in for this one. We've been goners without you.
I have located the prisoners. We are nearly ready for extraction.
Gotcha. Soon as the Guardian secures the hatch, we'll get everyone the hell out of here.
I'm here. In position?
I have located the prisoners.
Got a bad feeling about this. Nope.
No, no, no.
Come with me,
Nope.
quickly.
That's
trap.
right. Yeah, it's definitely a trap.
It's gone into lockdown.
We're trapped.
I'm on it.
That's how I want to deal with my electronics too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Go. Now.
But how's she gonna get out?
We are through. The hatch leads outside. We are safe.
That's all that matters.
No, you need to get out. What?
I warned you.
Where's Amanda?
Amanda, come in. Amanda. Are you there?
Cool, so they saved her just to kill her.
Devotion. Bravery. Sacrifice. Devotion. sacrifice.
Guardian, Zavala grieves, and
Yeah.
Mizrax is recovering in the infirmary. How do you want to proceed?
We have to regroup. Bury Amanda. And put her killers in the ground.
There you go.
They'll be expecting you.
It's kind of how we
Good.
felt about you. When
Think with your head, not your heart. Grief is poor counsel.
And yours is better? Make arrangements for Amanda.
She's not letting emotion get in the way.
The Guardian and I will handle it from here.
If that's your wish.
It is. I know you want it too. Vengeance. You'll be the first to know when it's time.
We came on it without it being the wise choice, though.
Yeah.
I have lived for centuries upon centuries, Guardian. Though death has not lost its sting, it is a ritual whose movements are familiar to me. It has become easier to bear. But seeing loss twist the faces of those around me, Zavala, my brother, that is not. Amanda's absence will be felt deeply by those of us who knew her. Despair will be at our side where a friend once stood. So while it does not lighten the burden, let us hold this pain together. And when you lift your eyes, may you look only upon kind faces. I need to focus on the Queen's Guard now. When the time comes to strike back, we must all be strong. As strong as Amanda Holliday.
I have known grief and loss. But Amanda did not have to die. If I had listened to Eramis's warning,
Far more would have died. Amanda knew this, as did you. You were not her protector.
I know that this is true.
Good job, Marsoff.
But this loss, it is my failure.
Again,
No,
Marsoff,
Mizrax Kell.
therapist.
You dishonor Holiday's memory.
No.
No, I mean no dishonor. She sacrificed herself so that I could live. It is a great guilt.
Her death was no sacrifice. Holiday died for her own convictions, not ours.
Amanda could not be counseled otherwise, nor would she have been. This was her choice, and we must remember it with respect.
Her death
Awesome.
brings an emptiness. Commander Zavala, the crew, they feel her loss greatly.
Holiday did not die for your grief.
The Empress is
Damn, Keitel.
indelicate. That is
Yeah.
her grief. And this is mine. As leaders, we feel loss too often. I will not tell you not to mourn. Bear your sorrow, Mizrax. But set aside your guilt. Let her memory inspire. Let her conviction light our way.
Well said, Queen of the Awoken. Cabal carve our tusks with our victories, and they are recounted at our funeral rites. Holiday's victories will be remembered always.
Aww. Twisting the fucking knife. Jesus Christ.
I woke up this morning and looked out across the grey mists of
Seriously.
Trostland, and I've got to tell you, my heart just wasn't in it. I didn't want justice or revenge. It wouldn't bring her back. I felt tired. I didn't want to fight anymore. But then, out in the distance, I spotted a deployment of Shadow Legion moving through the fog, pushing a group of prisoners before them. It's not about me. It's about them. So I picked up my rifle and I got to work. We've got to fight on. Not just because we're in the Vanguard or Queen's Guard or because we're heroes or all that rot. because it's what Amanda would have done. And that's good
They
enough for
honor
me.
To board the Witness's prison ship, we must reach beyond Earth's gravity.
Fear not, Cal of Light. Within the Ascendant Plane, even the rules of physics will bend to the Guardian's will.
It pains me to remember, Amanda. I would give much to tear the Shadow Legion fleet from the sky.
I sympathize, but we can't risk the few resources we have. Our first responsibility is to the captives still up there.
Speak pain truths. A basket of small, dark fruit waits at the farm for those rescued today. Its flesh is pulpy and sweet. The skin like a fine leather.
Figs.
Yes, Reese had something similar. These are a gift from Marakel.
We've all died countless deaths. But we still only feel loss from the outside in. Holiday. She died doing what was necessary to protect the people of the city. She didn't do it out of obligation or circumstance. She knew it had to be done. And she believed in it to the end. She had one life. And she used it to save us. She set an example for us all. I don't know what else to say. Amanda. I would give my light, my last life, if it would bring her back. I've begged before. It's a false hope. A lie. At every loss, the traveler is silent. Each path I take leads me to a grave. Cade. Sophia. Hakim.
Oh, my pants.
I failed them all. I love you, Amanda. I'm so proud of you.
Damn it,
I know.
Forgive me.
One
It's actually
cannot
getting
hear
together.
Zavala's words and remain unmoved. That man has borne suffering enough for many lifetimes. That is the price we pay for opening our hearts. And as the voice in the darkness extends its reach, we know only that few will finish this journey with us, for the path is long. As the nebulae whirl and billow above us, we remain. We endure. This is our privilege, our duty, and our curse. Take heart, Guardian. Know that we will endure together.
Crow,
What do you want?
I wish to speak with you.
I don't have time for this. Or for you.
We've
Come
all
on.
lost someone dear to us.
If you mean me,
She's the Destiny therapist.
you don't show it.
I wanted to, but I held my heart so closely that I smothered it. I don't want to see you do the same.
You don't know me. Stop talking like you do.
I know how we grieve. It is raw and violent. I know we believe that keeping others away from it will protect them. But we don't do it to protect them. We
Protect
do
ourselves,
it to
yeah.
protect ourselves. We do it because it is easy.
Nothing about this is easy. You didn't know her.
Then tell me who she was.
She was she was a sunrise.
Grieve its setting, but do not turn your grief to armor. Let us bear you through it.
I'll try.
I know you will.
Music. Okay.
Mara and I have been talking, and we came to the same conclusion. It's time to act. The witness sees our connection to each other as a weakness to exploit. It's counting on us not risking more lives in another attack. But if Amanda were here, I think she'd tell us it's time to play some offense. Mara's focusing all her energy directly through you, Guardian. We need you to blaze through the Ascendant Plane one last time. But it won't be without backup. We're all going. Mara says your power is strong enough to sweep us up in your astral wake. When you come out on the Shadow Legion flagship, we'll be right there with you. Lead the charge, Guardian. Let's finish what they started.
There you go.
How you doing?
Mess.
Guardian, with your light and the power which I have imbued, you have grasped the Ascendant Plane in total and may traverse it at will. We are poised for a victory. It is time to strike. The Shadow Legion flagship is a stain on your sky. Destroy it and find joy in its destruction.
We will travel the Ascendant Plane by Marakel's grace and aid you in your attack.
We'll follow your lead. Get inside that ship and we'll all take it down together.
Never fear, Guardian. We'll be your support as you find a path to the ship's engine.
Go. Find your retribution. Deliver justice as Queen's Guard.
Into the hole.
In all my years fighting back the Taken, I never thought I'd set foot in the Ascendant Plane.
Marakel's power is considerable, but it is not boundless. We must use this opportunity wisely.
That's right. We have our breach points. Make this count.
Find a way through that ship, Guardian. Crow, Mithrax, and I will bring down the Shadow Legion's commanders one by one.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Likewise. Mithrax?
I am ready to cut them down. We will break their ship and watch it fall from our sky.
Remember what they took from us. Don't let anything stand in your way. There. You took out their firepower.
Cheers.
Marakel's Corsairs are with me. We are ready.
Good. Devrim's providing cover. Let's move.
I have them in my sights. Don't worry, Guardian. We've got things handled on our end.
Accept my power, Guardian, and tear down their defenses with your light.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Those cooling fans are the only thing stopping the engine from going critical. You'll have to destroy those generators first.
Earlier, I took out the Legionary with the biggest helmet. Had to be their leader. They're headless now, so to speak. You're clear to bring down those engineers. Then that engine is all yours.
Destroy the engine and take down this ship.
Marakel will bring us back safely. Complete your mission, Guardian.
And have a little fun with it.
There are many battles to come, but we have this victory today.
Every civilian in the EDZ can see what we've done. They know we're keeping them safe from whatever the Witness wants with them. Well done, Guardian. You too, lads. We made quite the team up there.
We made the Shadow Legion hurt. We showed them that we can strike back.
Hell
In
yeah.
this, we honor Amanda's memory.
You did it, Guardian. And thanks for taking us along for the ride. Felt good to get a few shots in. You make one hell of a Queen's Guard. Wish it
Nice
didn't
little
have to
maneuver
end, but Mara won't be able to channel her energy out forever. She'd deny it, but she's getting tired. Even if the power of the Awoken fades, you'll always have their gratitude. And Mara's. And mine. There are still pockets of prisoners out there. Devrim and Misrax will keep running rescue efforts as long as it takes. I'll be here too. We can't protect everyone, but helping who we can, there's nothing more important than that. See you around, Guardian.
Holiday. I know the Traveler won't bring you back. But if it did, you wouldn't remember any of us. Or who you were. You wouldn't remember what you did. Tradition would dictate I not tell you. But I think I would. I would hold your hand and tell you that you were the best of us. Fearless, kind, and joyful. Skilled, stubborn, brave and principled, even to the end. And I would tell you how much you meant to the people who loved you. I know that if you became a Guardian, you would be all those things again. But here, now, we can only live in the better world you've made for us. And hold ourselves to the example you set. Thank you for what you did and who you were. Goodbye, Commander.
Seriously.
I was born outside the city walls, you know that? Yeah. It was rough on the refugee roads. My ma died crossing the Panama Ravine. Pa died just a half day's ride from the city gate. Folks back then thought if you made it to the city, you were safe. Took me a long time to feel safe here. I guess that's why I like working in the tower with y'all. Guardians don't die. At least, that's what I thought. But forward momentum, buddy. That's what Cade would want. And what else can we do? I'm just glad you're safe.
I like that line. Everybody loves a spark right up until it starts a fire.
A lot of potential. I hate to see it wasted. After the man across the hangar bay just heard a hawk. Do you know this was made? This is a lot of people. Ah!
No!
What? Poor placement, Dustin.
Seriously.
Poor placement.
Let's see now.
Can I read it before it does it?
It's that last paragraph that I really want to see.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. I saw it.
You did?
Yeah. He was saying when you think you're better than those lessons, you're not just disrespecting your instructors, but you're disrespecting all the people who came before you who built them. And then the last line was, come on, go. Keep going. And you make yourself unworthy of their sacrifices. That was it. That was what I wanted to
One
say.
day be a pilot, and you better hope that all those people gave the same respect to their jobs that you chose.
Damn it, Destiny.
Yeah.
Watch Destiny, they said. It'll be fun, they said. We have a cocktail, because it's going to be fun. I was a fucking mess.
Yeah, more so than I think we've been in any of our reactions for anything. I mean, like, and there have been some pretty impactful deaths and whatnot. I mean, I think probably the closest that came to it, but it was in the post discussion, was Vegeta. I just kind of wish they would have given us Amanda Holliday's story, and maybe it wouldn't have been as impactful her death, but like her story like earlier in Destiny, because like she was always there. And she was always, well, first of all, I feel like I'm very worried for the Drifter, because if you are a fun-loving character, fuck you, you're dead in Destiny. Like, that seems to be what goes on. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, we get her backstory, and I'm like, oh, cool. Now we get like more of like a Amanda Holliday focused season expansion. Awesome. You know, always liked her as a character, but we didn't get enough of her, and like didn't, you know, get enough of her backstory, and like man. And then the whole with Lance's passing and whatnot.
Yeah, like just had to throw that salt in the wound, like right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Like we had I mean, I know, and it's terribly sad, and we should acknowledge it, but like then in the middle of all this.
Yeah. And then Zavala, I mean, you know, does an amazing job conveying the emotion from Zavala, but like that's just like that is added to the pain. Like,
God, yeah.
Voice from Beyond, yeah.
And Cade 6 was all through this.
Yeah.
Like, Amanda's death, isolated unto itself. Very moving, very sad. But, like, it was so compounded in this by Lance Riddick, by Cade 6. Like, the real life. The other character, like, they did a beautiful job, like, on a plot level, on a drama level, on a creative level. I deeply appreciate how they played my emotions like a fucking fiddle. Me? I'm like, Jesus, give me a break. Like, that was so well done on their part, because I'm sure, like, my ugly crying is what they were going for, and by God, they got it.
And she represents so many of the true heroes, and the bravest characters are just the regular people in this, right? Not the Guardians. Like, I mean, like, yeah, our Guardian is like the hero of the story and everything like that, but you have like infinite lives basically as long as your ghost is alive. Amanda Holliday just had that one.
Yep.
Like we all do. And you gotta, you know, live it as best as you can. And fight for what you believe in, yes. And like live it your way. Like, and like I love how she had so much honor and so much dedication and so much strength, but she wasn't hardened.
Yeah.
She still enjoyed life and like taught Mr. X to kick back. And it feels
kick it back.
Yeah, kick it back. Yeah. And I think that's a good lesson, because I feel like too many times it feels like you have to be one or the other. It's funny, like we were watching Ted Lasso, and Ted Lasso was talking about how he like denies himself playing video games or whatever, because it's like, you know, instead of like developing a healthy relationship with it or something like that, he denies it because he thinks that, I don't know, it's better that way. It's like he's being more responsible, and like, you know, he's too old to be playing video games or something. And it's just like, no, it's like you can still be responsible, driven, passionate, and also
know that there's like more to life than just that, than your goals and everything. And there is the experience of just kicking back, for lack of a better term.
I feel like it's who is Ferris Bueller's best friend?
I would know it, and then you
Right?
asked me it, and then
Yep.
I didn't know it.
I had that same reaction when I thought of it. But when he's introducing this character,
Yeah.
he describes him as being wound so tight
Yeah.
that if you put a rock up his ass,
Piece of coal, yeah.
Sorry, piece
Lump
of
of coal.
coal, in like a month you'd have a diamond.
Yeah.
Like that's how wound tight he is. And I feel like that's kind
Cameron.
of Cameron, thank you. Oh, there it is.
I'm like, just let it come. Don't think about it. Just let it come.
I kept wanting to say Conan because another thing that you had said made me think about comedians. And so, separate thought, we'll get to that later. But I feel like that's kind of what society kind of imposes on us, right? That like, you have to be serious, and you have to be focused, and you have to be driven, and you have to get great grades, and you're not going to amount to anything if you don't go and get like a master's degree nowadays.
You're not going to be happy.
Yeah, and if you don't
things.
have this great job with this great income, then you'll never have a family, you'll never be happy. Like on and on and on. Society tells us how to be happy through what they want us to achieve, not necessarily through what would actually make us happy, because that's unique to each and every individual person. So when you were talking about like you can't be serious and focused while also playing video games, it made me think of comedians. Because like when you're a kid and as you grow up, comedians are seen as the not serious, the unfocused, the goofballs. Often they weren't great at school. It's a very risky career, like all of these things, right? And then you grow up and you become an adult and you realize, holy fuck, comedians are some of the smartest, most observant among us who have a gift that truly, I think 90% of society lacks, which is turning our faults into something that we can all laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us can't laugh at ourselves. Most of us can't laugh at our faults. We're trying to improve them or we're insecure about them. Like that's kind of the norm, right? But comedians have this incredible power of making us look at it and laugh at it and be able to find humor in it and lighten it a bit from the burden of carrying our faults and our baggage. And so as you were talking about like, you know, the expectation versus the reality, that's just immediately what came to mind is like, yes, you know, there's not a single box that we all fit into. And Amanda, I think like everything that they use to describe Amanda, I'm like, oh, Zavala, like way to twist the knife, but also what a great eulogy to her. Like who wouldn't want to have all those attributes? That was just beautiful.
Yeah, it really was. And that was kind of the other thing is like thinking that, oh man, I think that's what got to me. Because what got to me is like, that right there is the goal, right? Is to have someone in your life who thinks about you like that. Like if you can leave this world with even just one person thinking about you in those terms and thinking like and seeing the best in you and remembering you like that. Like that is I think that is too often overlooked when we think about success, when we think about goals and which drive us. It's too much about money and success of your job or but just having that and it's just about building those relationships, right? I think so many times that those things get tossed to the side when you're too focused on goals outside of it. But to me, that's a true goal of life, is to be able to have somebody, like I said, even just one person. Hopefully it's multiple people. Like there's a song, one of my new favorite Pearl Jam songs, Just Breathe. The line is like, well, I'm a lucky man to be able to count on both hands the ones that I love. It's like some people only have one, some people have none. And, you know, that's the truth. And so, like, there were a bunch of different times in here where I was about to lose it, but like Zavala talking about Amanda is what really got me for a variety of reasons. I think, and I was trying to think, like, as this was like affecting me so much and affecting you so much, I'm like, why is this affecting us so much? Because Amanda Holiday isn't, you know, a main character in Destiny. You know, it's not Zavala, it's not Ikora, it wasn't Cade Six. I don't think Cade Six hit us that much, but I think what you said was like, it was like perfect blend of the cocktail of Cade Six's memory, Amanda Holiday, and like just her sacrifice and the fact of just her being a regular person in this, and Zavala and like Lance Reddick's passing.
Fuck. I had semi pulled it together, you know.
I know. I'm sorry.
I blame you for this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I know.
I had to make sure, like, even though I was talking about that, I make sure, like, I looked at the camera because I'm like, if I look at you when I'm saying all this, I'm gonna lose it, like, even more.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I really love the reaction to Destiny is I feel like we always do have some good conversations just about just the philosophy in Destiny itself. I don't know if it's just life lessons, but it makes you think. When any art can do that, it's very effective, and that's, I think, the point of it. This was a tough one. Season of Defiance. It should be a season of breaking down. But if you want early ad free access and you want to see more of us being a mess, then go ahead and check out Patreon.
They're not all like this, I swear. They're not.
You can also hit the join button down below. Join YouTube. Thanks so much for watching Destiny with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.